Allegedly, I am live. I never know if I am or not. Let me know if you can see me in the comments. Let me know if you can hear me. Make sure for certain I know that you cannot hear the music playing right now, because that means you can hear the fight, which I can't do that. This is going to be a live stream, basically like a fight companion. All right. So heads up, I'm not a big moderator, but if you ask for a link to the stream of this fight, you're banned instantaneously, and I never will ever see a comment from you ever again. Ever. It's $20. The link is the very first line in the description of this video that you clicked on. So all right. Yeah, we hear you. No music. Good. So the fight hasn't actually started yet. There's nothing going on. There's just an intro, little graphic playing. I watched the preview of this. I got this on Fight TV. There's a link in the description below if you want to go watch it. I'm going to be doing like a live play-by-play, also taking viewer questions. I haven't done a live stream in a long time. I felt like this was a momentous occasion. I still don't even really think this fight is going to happen. If you're just tuning in, I'm going to be doing a live reaction to the Brad Scott versus DK Yoo fight card. I think we have 4 fights before it. I don't know anyone else on any of the fights. I don't know anything about them. Don't know the rule sets. Don't know the fighters. I don't know anything about anything. This live stream was not well planned. It was not well thought out. I decided to do it 30 minutes ago. And I can't believe it's happening. Who do you guys got in the fight? We got DK Yoo versus Brad Scott in a boxing match. I'm going to tell you all my thoughts right now, but I want to know in the chat, like, who do you think is going to win this thing? That's what I want to know. If you guys could see the chat, Fight TV has the app. I got burrito in my teeth too, so I apologize. This is not going to be very professional. If you guys could see the chat over on the Fight TV app, it's all DK Yoo. In the promo package for this, they said the next Bruce Lee. It says, Brad will lose. He'll go down. Brad had 7 days. Wait. We all know that Brad's... so there's a lot. Actually, it's improving now. It's improving now for someone. Shout out Sean says Icy Mike is here, so someone knows I'm watching. Let's do that. Let's see. I can pick a nickname. Someone said, so is fight commentary breakdown. The chat is very pro DK Yoo. Oh, we have a shot of the ring. It's a big ring. That's a humongous ring. They want DK Yoo to be able to run. This ring is enormous. We're listening to commentary. I'm going to mute this. It's an English commentary, English-speaking commentary team. I was wondering if it was going to be like in Korean or what it was going to do. So they just opened the broadcast, and the young lady and these 2 gentlemen here said, let's talk about the first fight. No one gives a shit about that first fight. Actually, you know what? I better not speak from a place of ignorance. You know, I never like to do that. These other fighters might be very important or might be very big. I don't know. I don't know shit about shit. So, I apologize if I say anything out of sorts about any of the fighters. I don't like disrespecting fighters. I applaud and admire anyone that gets in the ring and the cage, period. Got some, actually have some people in this chat saying they think DK Yoo could win. Here's what I want to know. I know that this chat is going to be overwhelmingly pro Brad. Jeffel time. No, it's not. If there's any racism in the chat, and I see it, it's first offense. No warnings, no question. Any racism in the chat, you're banned instantaneously. Any asking for free, hold on, my mouse. I have a new mouse. I have a new cam. I have new lights. I'm at a new monitor, at a new desk. Like everything's new, and I can't do anything. Airsoft Daddy says, where can I pirate this? And he will never make a comment on a Hard to Hurt video again. Isn't that something? Isn't that special? So some of the... Oh my goodness, my mouse is something else today. This is not going to be good. Guys, this is not going to be good. I don't know what time anything's going to happen. I don't know anything about anything. Stop asking me stupid questions. I want to know what you think. No one knows anything about a fight. That's what really cracks me up. Even when we're in fights, like when Nate has a fight, everyone's like, what time? No one knows. The event might start, it might not. And if it starts, it'll start at a time, and then some things will happen. That's literally it. That's all that you know, and that's all that I know. So if someone has a free link. Oh, this thing's scrolling so fast. I'm trying to catch these. Hide user forever. And what's crazy is think about it. If you just, where are you at? It's the first fucking line of the description. Oh my God. So my moderators, whoever they are, if they're here, have their work cut out for them. Anyone that asks for free, I don't ever want to see words that person says again. Yeah. Anyone got an actual link to a stream? Wow. I think that's funny. How dumb and stupid do you have to be watching a stream from a YouTuber? The first line is where you can watch the fight, and as he's saying that you're banned for asking, you're asking, oh, Seth is here, he's moderating. Seth, isn't that fun? You do that. It's fun. I'm not big on moderation. There's a couple things I don't tolerate. I don't really believe in oh, I hit a button. Did I do a different? Oh, look at that. Do y'all see what I could do? Can I do it while I'm in the screen? Oh my goodness, look at this. I can be over here on camera 1, and then I can go, boom, I'm over here to camera 2. Isn't that cool? This is snazzy. I think camera 1 probably looks better. It's the newer camera. Oh my goodness. And it's the pinned comment. Maybe if I edit the title. My goodness. I don't think it'll help. I don't know what to put. Whew. Wow. Yeah, Smashin says that some people can't see the description. Yes, you can. You can see it. If you choose to go look at it, you will see it. I do not believe... I was already on camera 2. Does it say which camera I'm on? This is camera 1. This is camera 1 right here. That's camera 2. Camera 1, camera 2. What do you guys think? Which one looks better? Camera 1 or camera 2? And isn't it super cool that I can do those? You think DK Yoo would have a better chance in other combat sports, such as full contact rules? No, I think he has a worse chance. That's why he has chosen boxing, which is really funny. We got Sangoon Lee. I apologize, my Korean is a bit rusty if I get any names wrong. His nickname is Killer. He gave a wholesome little Sang-Gun Lee. Oh, I said it kind of right. And the guy he's about to fight, this looks like a boxing fight. They're both wearing shoes and they got big gloves on. And this guy's got a big t-shirt on. I wonder, so he's wearing a gigantic t-shirt. It's not very flattering. When you wear your t-shirt to the ring, the big problem is you got to pull that t-shirt off over the gloves and you stretch out the armholes. And if you like your armholes to be the same size as your arm, you're not getting that shirt back, buddy. That shirt's not going to be useful to you anymore. Yup, Sensei Seth is in the chat, banning everyone who makes racist or I would say even like nationalist sort of things, like political sort of things. You know how I get down. You know what I think. I need to get some more moderators. Where's Tim at? Tim should be here. Tim's one of my other moderators. He messes. Everyone says that camera 1 is better, I think. Oh, we got votes for camera 2. I tell you what sucks. This mouse I ordered because I thought it was supposed to be awesome. It was like highly reviewed and it freezes up every 3 seconds. It's really terrible. I'm really having a lot of trouble with this mouse. So I apologize if I get a little distracted or if I get a little zoned in trying to like keep up with the chat. Bruce Nathan 99 says Bruce Lee was also more humble. It's really insulting there comparing him to this guy. Can you find me evidence of Bruce Lee being humble? I've never seen anything from him that indicates that he's humble. Sensei says anybody who does Taekwondo getting banned. Altair 123 says greetings from Sweden. We need Hard to Hurt versus DK Yoo on Street Needs. Street Needs. Take that shit to Street Needs. Anyone who doesn't have great takedown defense gets banned. This is like the you can't fight memes. Like, it just gets ridiculous. Is my mouse the Logitech G502? That sounds about right. I got the one that I'm supposed to get. It's like supposed to be like the best mouse, but it's not working for me. Sang-Gun Lee has dual pistols tattooed across his whole back, and his nickname is Killer, and he came out to like a ballad. That dude is scary, and he was on the one with the big t-shirt. DK Yoo would knock out Icy Mike with a pressure point punch to the balls. True. Listen, in the chat, there's got to be, I know at least Seth, there's got to be at least 1 or 2 people who have trained with me, who have sparred with me. And every single person that's ever sparred with me has kicked me in the groin. Every single one of them. I get kicked in the groin basically every round of round of sparring I ever do. I've never even paused from getting kicked in the balls. Never once. Hey, Seth, we got a fight starting. They touch gloves. Dayun Pak is southpaw in the white trunks. Sang-Gun Lee is orthodox, and he does not know how to fight. Oh, my God. It's readily apparent that Sang-Gun Lee does not box, and he just got hit one time, and he's on the ground. Wow. Wowzers. He does not know how to fight. He's like punching wait, let me go to camera 2. He's punching like that. That's how he's punching. He really doesn't know how to punch. The other guy looks like a fighter. The southpaw guy looks like a fighter. He's like, they're both like they're both in good shape. They both look mean, but like their movements. Defcon X Omega. What up, Icy Mike? Tuned in from Charleston. Chucktown, baby. That's where I learned the Geechee grab. Defcon X Omega. You know what the Geechee grab is? Mike, what's your take on the outcome? I don't know. How would I? What? I don't know it yet because it hasn't outcomed yet. Tristan Montgrain says, I'd love to spar with Mike. Not sure I'd be any good, but I'd mostly grapple and wouldn't kick him in the balls. Well, if we're sparring and you grapple me, we have a problem. In fact, Oh my God. The southpaw's giving him the old jabber cut and then the straight left down the pipe. Oh, but Sung-Gun Lee actually has gotten his bearings. He threw something kind of straight, and it looked like it snapped little blondie boy's head back. He's got some little bleach blonde action going on, like a kind of a bowl cut. Oh, Sung-Gun Lee is not a boxer. I don't know what his deal is. I didn't see his record. I didn't see the tail of the tape. But he's not a boxer. He might be a tough dude. He might have boxing matches. I'm not saying that he does not box, but he's not a boxer. Like his skill set is not boxing. Can we see the stream? No, that's fucking illegal, right? No one knows. Defcon X Omega says he's never heard of the Geechee grab. It's the Kaji Hatame. It's a rear naked choke with one hand, half Nelson with the other hand. They do it down in Charleston. I used to live in Charleston. That's what it's called. The Charleston choke or the Geechee grab. It's the same thing. Mike, is your fight stream live? Seems a bit behind. I seem a bit behind. Probably. It says live. I'm behind on the thing. Yeah, probably. Latency, bro. How far behind am I? It's probably this mouse. This mouse is probably letting me be behind. How many rounds are the undercards? When does the fight start? Who knows? How would anyone know that? How on earth would anyone know the answer to some of these questions you guys are cooking up in the chat? How many fights? How many rounds? When does this start? When does that start? How the hell would anyone ever, A, know that on a real fight card, let alone this bologna sandwich that we're watching here? And then, like, the fight I watched is 40 seconds behind? That's no good. Yikes. Actually, I'm probably watching it live. It's most likely YouTube is streaming me slow. That's probably what's going on. That's all I can expect. Let me close some windows. That's what my dad would tell me to do. Let me close some windows. Is DK Yoo fighting yet? Yes, the fight's over. Me and Sensei Seth stormed the ring and hit them all with chairs. And then now we're just hopping on this just to tell y'all about what happened. Icy, bro, calm down. LOL. No, I'm trying to make this at least interesting for me. Y'all are crazy. Please stream the fight. Please stream your face, dude. Wing Chun Brothers says, I think YouTube is lagged. You're fine. I know I'm fine, baby. I'm guessing White Shorts finishes in this round. Maybe Seth's making a joke because that actually already happened. And he's trying to make it seem like that's so meta. Sensei Seth will occupy a whole chat just to make it seem like, just to make me think that he knows what he's looking at. That left hook from Sung-Gun Lee. Oh my goodness. We got to fight. He's backing this dude up. That's sometimes what happens when you fight a very ugly brawler. It can be discouraging. You like think you're doing good and you're hitting him, but he like keeps on coming, right? Oh my goodness. So the guy keeps on coming and you thought, man, I thought I was doing good, but apparently not. Tag 1080 with the super chat. Thank you, brother. Mike, how much Bitcoin did you bet on Brad? 0. I don't do cryptocurrency. I don't know anything about it. I don't know how to do it. How about reenacting the fight? Okay, so it's a southpaw going like this, and an orthodox fighter going like this. We got a southpaw with a low lead hand. He just doubled up the left. The southpaw, Dayon Pak, definitely knows what he's doing. I mean, he's not like doing anything like groundbreaking or amazing, but he definitely knows how to box. The other guy is just tough and knows how to fucking fight. That's it. When does the fight we're watching end? I don't know, man. I don't know, man. It ain't no hooks. He's swinging. You think DK Yoo could outpace Brad with cardio because of his lower weight? No, because when you get hit for the first time, you instantly become fatigued. Instantly. Like if you, This Sung Gun Lee guy is tough because he's eating straight lefts, like good, accurate straight lefts from the southpaw guy, and he don't care. And he's shooting back. He's like getting madder. The more swollen his eyes get, he just hit Dayon Pak, and I think he smiled at him. Dayon Pak keeps trying this right hook, and it ends up being more of a clubbing, like forearm blow. Cesar Alvarado says, do I need to buy this if you want to watch it? Xander McGregor says, love the beard. Oh, shit. Did Tag ask something else? Oh, no. He's talking about whatever dumb shit Seth knows about. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so I decided to hop on and do a live stream, mostly because I don't have a video for tomorrow. I'm supposed to be doing a lot of things. My office is a mess. The studio is a mess. I have a big video shoot tomorrow. I have a video shoot Monday. I have a video shoot Tuesday. Man, you guys commenting in the stuff that I don't know, man. That sucks because I don't know what all that says. I don't know what it says. Who knows? Hassan Muhammad says the Taz mission. Exactly. He's referencing earlier. If you just joined us, I was explaining to DEFCON X Omega, who's from Charleston, what the Geechee Grab or the Charleston Choke is. And it's the Kaji Hatame, or the Kati Hajime. Might have had a few White Claws. Let's see. Wing083 says, why do you guys think DK Yoo didn't do a proper training camp? Because he doesn't know what the fuck that is. Because he doesn't know. M. Wall says, you and Sensei Seth should do a head-to-head puns match. No, I would lose horribly. That guy is the certified master of puns. Something TV says 20. Oh, with the dirty boxing. You can't do that. And he stopped it. Oh my goodness. So the southpaw just grabbed the back of his head and just went boom, boom, boom. And the ref got in there and broke it up. And I thought he was going to like admonish the guy because you're not supposed to do that in boxing. Hey, these announcers are dorks. These announcers are straight dorks. Tristan Montgrain says, a few White Claws. I'm on my third 25-ounce can of King Cobra. Well, you are more well endowed with me with more testosterone. Please don't decide that you want my girlfriend. Or my wife, rather. Because you'll take her from me because you're more of a man than me. Any chance DK has really been training as faked all of us? No, zero. Arisen Mind says, I think DK Yoo can give Icy Mike some trouble in a boxing match, reach advantage and key supremacy for you. Listen, you know what I'm sick of? I don't know. I better stop. I'm a pretty good boxer. Like no one knows that. I'm pretty good, man. Everyone's like, you need to go fight professionally to prove yourself. I'm like, no, I don't. That's stupid. It's stupid to do that. I like all my brain cells. And they don't pay enough. You know what I mean? All you guys talk about who would beat me up. Please. Please. DK Yoo can beat Usman in boxing. Good gracious. DK Yoo versus CM Punk. Now we're talking. DK Yoo versus CM Punk. Eggplant says Icy Mike about to turn to iron. Cliff, is that you? Cliff always calls me, he always says Icy Mike turns into Iron Mike. Cliff calls me Iron Mike, and Eggplant seems to fit Clifton. But DK Yoo versus CM Punk. DK Yoo versus CM Punk is so much money. Dude, who said that? Where did it go? Who said DKU versus CM Punk? Mark that. I can't find it. Icy Mike has lady hands. That's true. My hands are somewhat feminine. They're small and feminine. I agree completely. But I will shove them down your throat. Who said DKU versus CM Punk? That's so much money. That's an insane amount of money. To be honest, one of my favorite videos is Icy Mike's Cockroach Boxing. I would pay for a teachable course for that. We actually are doing a little follow-up video on it. DKU versus CM Punk is brilliant. How much money would that fight make? All the money. That would have been way better. Gabor82 says Zhu Xiaodong versus Master Wong, no holds barred. I got Zhu Xiaodong on that one. Well, no holds barred? Master Wong might grab the nut and rip the nut. Crow Diablo said DKU versus CM Punk. Crow Diablo, thank you guys. I see. So that's how far behind the chat I am. Just keep that in mind. I just started seeing those. So I'm a good bit behind the chat. So we've got a break in the action. I am going to hit refresh on my YouTube studio and see if that doesn't catch me up a little bit. Uriah Leon asked me, do you have a holster for your glasses? Actually, yes, I do. I have the most tactical eyeglasses holster that there is. Says yes, he does. It's called his nose. No, listen. I have this is my glasses case made by, y'all are going to laugh, you tactical Teds and nerds down there. Where is it at? There it is. That's my glasses case. It's made by Magpul. It goes in there. That's where I put my glasses. Boom. Glasses holster. So yeah, I just thought it was funny because my glasses case is made by Magpul, which is such a nerd, such a 5'11" nerd thing to do. DKU versus my grandpa. DKU just grew 2 tiny Mike Tysons from his hand and is dominating the fight. That's funny. Oh, man. Looks like plastic. It is plastic. It's made by Magpul. Everything they make is plastic. Oh, I just clicked one of these stupid little extra buttons on this stupid mouse. DKU even in his final form yet. That's right. DKU is going to be like, dude, DKU is going to be like Kefka in Final Fantasy 3. American release, Final Fantasy 3. He's going to turn into Kefka where you fight him and it goes up and up and up and he's eventually just a bunch of like angels and naked women stacked on top of each other with a big like one-winged laser-eyed cyborg wolf spider thing at the very top, and he's just like doing that Kefka laugh. Wop, 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 wop. Cody Kissner says, Mike, please give us an update. I'm dying to know. Well, woman is interviewing a guy. The guy has one hand taped. The woman is in jeans and a regular shirt from, like, she's just wearing like regular jeans and a shirt, like. Gabor82 says, thank you for the super chat, sir. It says, I'd back Zhu versus Wong and DKU in a Zhu versus Wong and DKU in a 2v1 for real. Let me tell you what, I've done 2v1s. They're not as, it doesn't go the way you think. Tag 1080 says, I can't stay up, but have a good night. Trivia of the day. Glasses cost like $12 to make. They're a huge scam. Well, but these look dope. Oh, man. Kamsahamnida. Kamsahamnida. What does that mean? Taekwondo. Kamsahamnida. That means thank you very much. Yep, I knew that. Kamsahamnida means thank you very much. And I do remember that. My Korean is so rusty. Sensei says, I know of a secret person that's in this comment section. My comment section, when I first started on YouTube, I didn't know this. There was a good number of secret viewers. 1FC and current 1FC and UFC fighters. Kamsahamnida is not a Muay Thai greeting, Seth. It's Korean, you dumb fuck. It means thank you very much. Magpul, you're all boosie, Mike. Zip ties and duct tape. Piccadilly. Sensei Seth, is it a secret Wonder Boy? But it's a secret Wonder Boy in the chat. No, so this is actually how the YouTube channel got popular. If you guys want to know how to get popular on YouTube, here's what you should do. Become your favorite YouTuber's favorite YouTuber, because that's what I did. I was outstripping my exposure by, like, when I had like 5,000 subscribers, like Shane and Quan Kicker and all those guys and Funker Tactical and Fight Commentary Breakdowns and all those guys were like on my channel, like commenting and then having me on their channels and sharing me. Oh man. So I actually got lucky, and not lucky. I mean, I worked hard. I don't like to use too much. I don't like to use that word luck too much. Arizamai says, Icy, stop cabbing. Ain't no MMA peeps secretly viewing you. Okay. All right. Yeah, I have such a strong track record of caring very much that I look very cool and legitimate. Oh, man. Quan Kicker says, bro, I got 3... Quan Kicker, I invoked the name. See, I said Quan Kicker, and he appeared. He says, bro, I got 3 streams pulled up and playing at once. Sounds like the lunchroom in high school. I think that I want to know who else is doing it. No, I don't. Don't tell me who else is doing it, because some people might go over there and watch. Sorry, Grandmaster Jesse. Fuck your stream. Listen, Doris Y says, how are you, Mr. Hard to Hurt? I'm Korean. I hope it would be a win-win game. Well, Annyeong haseyo. I remember that. I can count in Korean. You didn't invoke anything, Mike. I summoned him. Oh, yeah, right, Seth. Seth, please. Please, dude. So I didn't think this fight was going to happen. I still kind of don't think it's going to happen. And here's what I think. If these two men get in the ring, it's going to be over very quickly, but it's going to get super weird the way they talk about it. Yeah, everyone give it up. Give it up. Give it up for Quan Kicker, everybody. He is the man. Like I owe that guy a huge amount of thanks and I attribute a lot of my early success to guys like Quan Kicker and a couple others. I'm very vocal about that. So y'all give it up for Quan Kicker. Everyone, give me an F in the chat for Quan Kicker. Let's do that. Everyone, give me an F in the chat for Quan Kicker. All right. Yeah, we'll get back to DK Yoo and Brad Scott. But listen, all you people that care about DK Yoo versus Brad Scott, there's a good chance, there's a strong possibility. There is a strong possibility that this event wouldn't happen without Quan Kicker. All right? Or Shane or any of them. Right? Because Quan Kicker made a certain type of content that inspired other YouTubers. And then as this current generation, the sort of the forefront generation of martial arts YouTube, of which I consider myself a part of. There we go. I consider myself to be to represent that generation. This generation wouldn't be where it is or exist without guys like Quan Kicker. And if there wasn't this generation doing the things that we are doing in this current sort of zeitgeist that we have going on surrounding bullshido and fake martial arts and all the commentary around it. Fight Perfect wouldn't have been what it was, and Fight Bible wouldn't be what it was if we all weren't doing the things we're doing and collaborating and working together and talking a lot behind the scenes. None of this would happen, and maybe Brad would ever like gone from being a legitimate UFC fighter to a fellow troll on YouTube who is also a legitimate UFC fighter. Maybe none of this happens without a guy like Quan Kicker. You know, and he would say like, "Oh, no, what are you talking?" He would say, what are you talking about, Mike? But it's true. None of what we're doing would have happened at all without those guys. So, and I didn't learn Korean in Taekwondo. I learned Korean in Kuksuwan. There's a fight starting. It's a little chubby surprise type of guy with a wide, almost like a Muay Thai type stance. Got his chin up and his hands up like this. And then a little guy, or a tall guy, a skinny guy, he does have a little bit of meat to him, with red hair. He's sticking a jab in big guy's face because big guy's guard literally looks like this. Oh, he's not doing this anymore. Now he's doing this. That should be better. He's getting hit a lot. These are all mismatches. These are all like tough guys that don't know how to box versus guys that do know how to box so far. Arisen Mind says, Icy, real question. Do you think you could beat one of the Paul brothers in a straight boxing match? Yes. It would be tough, though. Either one of them would be tough just because of the size difference. Oh, chubby surprise here. Clubbing blows, hooks, eyes wide open, mouth open, no guard at all. Staring at him with his hands down, jiggling, taking shots to the Golgi body there, his chubby McFlubberson. Oh, and he gets rocked by a left hook. He's at the guy, and the other guy's like, bip, 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 bip. I had some boxing lessons. Man. Dora Sawai says, I know Mr. Brad Scott is much more experienced in professional fighting. I only respect DK Yoo's new try, even though Brad Scott win. I respect two guys. Fair enough. Oh, the little... Oh, dude, he's straight doing Muay Thai. He plumbed him, and then he underhooked him and dumped him. Oh, now he's flinching because he's like, oh, I can't do that. He got admonished for throwing the guy, and now he's flinching because he doesn't want to box. Yo, he straight up threw him. He's got head on the chest. He's definitely got the weight, and he knows how to fight. I think we're seeing rule set mismatches. I think that we're seeing one fighter who's a boxer and then one guy who is a fighter probably in another rule set. That's just my guess, and that's sort of probably going to be the thing. That's kind of, I mean, that's the Jake Paul method. You find a guy that like kind of knows how to fight but doesn't know how to box, and then you box him. This guy's tough, man. This little tank can take a punch. I mean, he can take 20 punches. He can take 36 punches. And now here's a plum tie, little dirty boxing. He's holding him with one hand, hitting him with the other. Gabor82, thank you so much, sir. Chris Barnett, wheel kick KO of Gian Vellante is my fave chubby surprise of all time. I need to look that one up. I'm not familiar. Yo, but these commentators are dorks. Here's what I need you boys to do, and you guys and you ladies. This is what I need you guys to do. I have no question at all in my mind that I was born to do fight commentary. There's a lot of things that I'm humble about, and there's a lot of things that I know that I'm not the best at. I know for a fact that I was born to do this. I know that there's literally nothing I could do better than this. And I need some soldiers in that fight because I don't really have a resume. I've done commentary for an event. I do these live streams. I need people to spam. I need a spam army. How do you invoke a spam army? I thought when you became a mega famous social media influencer, when you became a W-list celebrity like myself, I thought for certain that I could invoke this army and just issue orders and you guys could go make things happen for me. So you need to go to like Bare Knuckle Fighting Championships and say, hey, your commentators are dorks. You need to get Icy Mike in there. Because their commentators are dorks. You need to go to Triller and be like, all these guys are morons. Let them keep doing what they're doing, but put Icy Mike in there. Oh, man, they're talking. Okay, so I'm getting invoked in the chat on the thing. LOL's Icy Mike be like, commentators are potatoes. Yeah, LOL, who's over on the actual Fight TV app. These commentators, they're doing an okay job, but fuck a okay job. Why do an okay job? R. Matthew says I'm at least T-list. I appreciate you so much. San Shoryus asks, hard to hurt. What fight are they on now? I don't know. The one on my screen. Eric Kane says you need an army. Yes, because I don't know how to do stuff outside of what I already know how to do. See, I have such a way with words. W-list. Tristan Montgrain says, W-list. Mike is selling himself short. Well, I can't exactly sell myself tall. Mike's troll army arise. Hard to Hershins! Spam on! Armchair Violence says, if I contacted every organization with bad commentators, it would be my full-time job. Armchair Violence would be a good commentator. I think Armchair Violence and I would be a good team. Captain Quagmire says, hard to hurt. Do you have a business email? I just have my email. I do lots of business. I do all kinds of business in my email. I do email business in my business email. Hard to hurt versus Aaron Carter. That would be really fun. He has some reach, you know what I mean? I'd have to work. Tristan Montgrain gave me M-list celebrity. What letter list celebrity would you consider a 380,000 subscriber YouTube channel? Like, it's not D-list, because they're in movies. Oh my God, Chubby Surprise is just getting absolutely mauled. But then he gets hit 35 times and hits the other dude one time. But it doesn't look like it's that much harder. This guy can take some punches. This guy's probably been punched 732 times in this fight. Direct power shots. He's holding the back of the head, and the ref like let him do a couple just because he felt bad. Then he stopped him. He like watched him straight up break the rules, like, let's let him do something. Homeboy is just a punching bag at this point. He got a good headbutt in there. Came in, crashed in with the headbutt. So now the slim redhead that knows how to box is exhausted from punching Chubby Surprise so many times. And with him now he's hanging on his neck. Now it's uppercuts. Here comes probably I would go to the body with 2 hooks and then up top is what Chubby Surprise should do next. Nope. Instead, he'll just eat some jabs and across. And he's just standing there with his hands down, take as many punches, and we get a knockdown. This fight actually should be stopped because he's not defending himself. Like, all jokes aside, he is tough, but he's not defending himself. I don't think he'll get up. He's going to get up. This ref's going to let it go, too. And he's essentially done. He's got 10 seconds. He can make it out of it. Oh, my God. He's just getting beat. Now his head's going. He's fighting back, though. He's just, like, kind of too tough for his own good. He's busted open. He's bleeding from his nose and everything else. And the guy's beating him after the bell, and he doesn't even care. I think he's done. I don't very often like to make predictions. Like, I don't think he comes off the stool, or in this case, the office chair that they have in the ring. But But the other guy might be really tired. Yeah, no, the other guy's very, very tired. Chubby Surprise is beat up and out, but the other guy is exhausted. He punched himself out. These ring girls are very thin. Guess it makes sense. This is Korea's first fight pay-per-view, historic. Yeah, they should have had me out there. And Hard to Hurt versus Blackie Chan, Anakin versus Obi-Wan. I think Blackie Chan could actually, if we were going 100%, he would give me a lot of problems, man. That dude's very, very good. Him going 100% would give me a lot of problems. Seth is texting me like I give a shit. Seth's letting me know that I'm behind. Thank you, Seth. I appreciate you, man. You're the best guy. But what am I going to do about that? Hey, YouTube, be faster for me, please. Hey, YouTube, you're too slow. Like, what am I going to do, Seth? Do you... All right, guys, don't start about the ring girls. I know I shouldn't have said what I said, but, we'll do apologetics. Sensei Seth versus Icy Mike. Who wins? Depends on the rule set. Knife fight, definitely me. Point karate fight, definitely Seth. Oh my God. He's just standing there. This is not cool. Like, I like a good Rocky story, a good hang on to his head. Hold him. Wrap him up, man. Wrap him up. Tie him up. I like a good, like, Rocky story, but he's getting rocked. Come on, ref. Come on, ref, you turd. Ref, you doofus. Yeah, thank you. Good Lord. Yuck. Oh, it's over, man. That fight, that was, I mean, I don't mind a guy using his toughness and that being his thing, but like there's a point where I don't know, man. So the chubby surprise guy definitely is a fighter of some sort, but he's not a boxer, and he literally just stood there and just ate punch after punch, and his head was rocking each time. Icy Mike versus Sensei Seth jiu-jitsu match. Well, supposedly Seth won our actual jiu-jitsu match that we had, is what the guys who scored it said. Mike, a lot of Koreans here are complaining that it is a pay-per-view fight. They're complaining that it's pay-per-view, like it should be free? Is that what you're saying? Hard to hurt. I think you can change delay settings in YouTube Studio or something like that for like 30 seconds or instant. Not too sure who, though, will update you. Stream settings? Stream latency? Normal latency? Low latency? I can't change it. Looks like I can't change it. That sucks. Boom, boom, boom. Yeah, there was no chubby surprise from the chubby surprise. Jay Portland says, I wish Dustin Diamond was still around to do these matches. He would definitely do them. He would definitely do them. Dustin Diamond there at the end was like nuts. Seth would probably win a BJJ match because of his size. I don't know, man. He definitely would get me now because I'm even weaker and slower than I was before with more injuries. Seth, how will they tell you? Seth, what are they gonna? They're gonna comment their screen name and you're not gonna be able to sort that out. You dingus. That's so funny. So we got a summary of what the Korean chat is, and the Korean chat is, where's the free website? DK ran away. Who pays for this crap? The host is related to Connor. So the overall consensus I'm getting, no, you couldn't. The overall consensus I'm getting is that the Korean contingent, I guess we would say, is the Korean people in the chat, the comments that are in Korean are overwhelmingly negative about the format of the event. Sensei Seth versus Sweet Tea, who wins? Depends heavily on rule style, but one thing I will say, Sweet Tea is a bad dude. Crazy Horse versus Icy Mike. I've actually trained with Crazy Horse. Funny story. I've actually trained with Crazy Horse. Crazy Horse is really good. Crazy Horse is really good. I would tell y'all some stuff about Crazy Horse, man. He is so good. It doesn't make sense how good he is. But back to the Sweet Tea thing. I think Sweet Tea is a lot better than, like, people know he's good. I don't think you realize like how strong and fast and talented he as a martial artist he actually is. A cold one with the boys says, "Hey Mike, do you have any recommendations for places to train in the Myrtle Beach area?" Yeah, RKM Training, home of the channel Hard to Hurt. Also, Southeast Side in Virginia Beach, best place in Virginia. Okay, cool. When I'm in Virginia, I'll go train there. A cold one with the boys. Thank you for the super chat. So, Sifu Sergio versus DK Yoo, definitely Sergio. Fox McCloud says NASCAR is the worst of all major motorsports. Cool. Sweet Tea is like a tad behind Wonder Boy. He should be called Wonder Tea. Yeah, like I'm telling you guys, that guy is so good. If he just got in shape, if he just did a fight camp, he could fight in the UFC. So about Crazy Horse, let me tell you about Crazy Horse. First of all, that guy is way more talented as a martial artist than people realize. Like, what you see of him in his fights doesn't match what you see him in the training room, man. His jiu-jitsu is good. His striking is good. He doesn't back down from anybody. Everybody's bigger than him. Like, me and him are like the same size. I rolled with him. I've trained with him. He tapped out a black belt at the gym, like a Brazilian jiu-jitsu black belt. He tapped him out. I can't remember with what, but he tapped out our head coach. Me versus Seth in a blindfolded taser fight? Was that the question? Definitely me. I don't think Seth will argue with that one. I don't think Seth will argue with that one. There are just certain things that we know. Like you already know. Right? Like me versus Seth in the backseat of a car. You know what I mean? I got that one too, buddy. Do you think there will be any foul play, such as tampered gloves on DK Yoo's side? I think they poisoned that dude's water, man. They're going to kill Brad. This has all got to be a setup. The whole card so far has been a setup. Hootie Who and the Blowfish says, Icy Mike, who is your favorite rapper? That is a good question. That is a good question. For a long time, as a young man, it was DMX, like by far. It was DMX by a lot. In my 20s, like when I was a teenager, it was DMX. In my 20s, it was T.I. Sensei Seth says, Mike, quit telling people about that back of the car thing. That's a secret. Sensei Seth would wreck CM Punk in a fight. Absolutely. Seth would beat CM Punk. Seth would beat CM Punk. Could you guys tell us the result of the game? No. Mike versus Rogan after a blunt insurance. Joe Rogan would beat me to death. Mike barking at other kids at school. Thoughts on Kevin Lee being released from the UFC? Well, now we know where Kevin Lee fits into all this. Now that Icy Mike is old, his favorite rapper is Justin Bieber. Oh, man. You know what? I love Justin Bieber. I think it's weird that people don't. I think what happened is Baby, Baby, Baby came out, you know? And then everyone just associated that. It's sort of like if you're late for your first day of work, you're always the guy that's late. If you're never late again, you're still just that guy that's late. You were late for your first day. So I think he came out with baby, 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 ooh. And then everyone was like, oh man, like, fuck this guy. And but everything he's released since then has been awesome. Like every song has been the best. It's so good. His music is so good. You're just objectively wrong if you think it's not good. It's objectively good. Crow Diablo says, Tech 9, Tekanina. Yeah, I like that song where Tech 9 goes, oh, Tekanina. So, everyone, Tekanina, Tech 9, Tech, no, Tekanina. I love that Tech Nine song. Darkwing Duck says DMCA, Mike. Yeah, I'm totally gonna get like flagged because that sounded exactly like it. That sounded exactly like Bieber, and that sounded exactly like Tekanina. Actually, that's probably, I don't know what that sounds like. Let me turn me up. Let me turn myself up I have no snare in my headphones. Tekanina. I think that probably does sound like him when I say that part. If you guys don't know who Tech Nine is, you can't fight. Tony Ferguson versus Nate Diaz. If we like take size out of it. Why is there not Super Gym where only martial arts YouTubers like Mike and Seth as trainers? So at my gym, it's only martial arts YouTubers as trainers. Actually, that's not true. We have 2 other coaches that are not YouTubers. Kay says, where is your hair? Mostly on my stomach and back. No Icy Mike karaoke, please. No, please. I'm so good. Tech Nine is at the Apple repair store at the mall. Yo, this commentary lady said he's rather short. We got a guy, another rainbow haircut. Rainbow hair color. This guy's got green and red. Reloading. A cold one with the boys says, what happened to Furkan, the boxer kid you trained? Man, I can't get that guy. So he's Tajik. He's from Uzbekistan. So basically, if you're unfamiliar with that region of the world, if you wanted an analog, you could just say basically like Kazakhstan. I mean, not Kazakhstan. Basically like Dagestan. Like that same type of person. Like they're like a day's drive from Dagestan. So it's the same type of dudes, and they're super hard working. So they think that they have to just work, and that's all that they can do is just work. Hard to hurt. Who's your favorite amateur fighter you think has pro potential from Street Beast, etc. types? Blackie Chan, of course. Eric Kane says, are you Eastern European heritage or something? Possibly. Possibly. It's hard to say. My family were gypsies, so. Mark the Menace says, what's your favorite Tech Nine song? I don't know. Do you just want me to do it again? All I can think is that you just wanted me to do the Tech Nine impression again. Oh, man. Oh, man. So, Icy Mike and Sensei Seth versus 10, 12-year-olds. Oh, dude, I can take out 10, 12-year-olds by myself. Who beats Kamzat? Like, probably lots of dudes. Has he fought anyone in the top 10? Kamaru Usman versus 50 Cent. I don't know, man. Like, they shot 50 Cent and couldn't kill him. They shot him with gun bullets from a bullet gun. You know what I mean? And he's still here. So, like, you think, like, what? Kamaru Usman's going to punch him with a human fist? He's going to give him little fist punches from his little punch fists. Soul Bean says, hard to hurt versus Sensei Seth rap battle. That would be probably the most one-sided beating I've ever given Seth. Icy Mike, will you upload more workout videos with Jay? Man, I can't get Jay to come to the studio, bro. He's always got to work. You already did a video on how to beat a kid. No, I did a video on how to beat someone with a kid. Not beat a person who has a kid, but use a kid to beat someone. So here we got this little push pop looking guy here. He kind of is, I'm trying to figure out which one's the boxer and which one's a fighter that's not a boxer, because that's been the theme of the night. Push pop he's got a little cockroach stance going on. The other guy is just swinging wild. Il Kwon Kim is just swinging. Oh, wow. So I think the little lifesaver party guy here. I think the Lifesaver Party guy here is an MMA fighter, judging from his stance and the way he throws his looping overhands. 50 Cent got shot 9 times. Yeah, exactly. Hyuk Moon says you look like you have a pretty good haymaker, dude. Thank you. 50 Cent versus Tekashi 6ix9ine in a fight or a rap battle? Either one, 50 Cent. Icy Mike versus OJ Simpson. Who wins? I would beat the brakes off of OJ Simpson. Como se dice Asu says, why is there such a disparity between fighters being good in the gym versus the cage? I can tell you firsthand. I don't possess the urge to hurt people, right? I don't possess the urge to hurt people. I'm not bipolar. Both of those things, if you have the urge to hurt people or you're bipolar, like both those can help you be more effective at violence. And the other one is you have to get over the nerves. And if you're not highly motivated to do it, you don't, you know what I mean? It's just Queensberry rules, Francis Ngannou versus Brock Lesnar. Who you got? Ngannou. Ngannou, definitely. That's my take on it. It's all mental. You know what I mean? It's all mental. Both these guys, oh, God. That's... Look at this. All right, so, So Rainbow Row over here rocked him and was advancing on him, but then got set on his, got sent along. He's like doing like this. He's like literally standing like this, like he's gonna shoot for a takedown. They described this. This snow cone of a human being as unconventional. So maybe he fights some other rule style. Someone in the chat, this is funny. Someone in the chat from the Fight TV app says, Icy Mike and other YouTube know-it-alls will soon have to put some respect on DK's name. Well, here's the thing about that. I don't actually have to do that. I don't have to do anything. That's what's cool about being me. Like, I don't have to do that. He could win this fight in convincing fashion, and I could still be like, that dude can't fight. I could do that. I won't have to do anything. And also, what's really funny is I have never, ever once... You know what's funny? People just assume... That's projection, son. I've never done an anti-DK Yoo piece. You know what I mean? Never. You've just attributed opinion to me that I've never expressed, you dingleberry. Tricks yogurt hair. There you go. That's a good one. I've been looking for more. Oh, you made me miss it with your really good reference. So Tricks yogurt hair gave him the rainbow surprise there. Icy Mike versus Santa Claus. Who wins? Be careful. It's Christmas. Oh, with the leaping left hook. This dude strikes like an MMA fighter. He's got to be an MMA fighter. Big leaping uppercut. Wide overhand. Yo, I got booted. Did I get booted? I think it booted me from the Fight TV chat. Sorry, I won't talk about the Fight TV chat anymore. I can still see the fight, and I'm still on YouTube, but I think I got booted from the Fight TV chat. Nope, it's still going. Mr. Dark Humor with the massive super chat. Hi, Mike. Love your vids, insightful as ever. And a few years from now, I'm making a personal style using MMA and military tactics as a basis. Focus on bridging the mind and body as one. Any thoughts? Yes. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't set out to make a style. Don't do that. Never invent your own martial art. You don't need to invent a personal style using MMA and military tactics as a basis. There already is the Marine Corps Martial Arts program. That's already it. Focused with bridging the mind and body as one. That's just called being a focused athlete. Like everything that you want already exists. You know, don't set out to make a martial art. Please don't do that. Never invent a martial art. Never. It almost guarantees. That could be a you can't fight. If you make up your own martial art, you can't fight. Sometimes at the studio or some of the fighters will refer to things as we're doing as like RKM style stuff or hard to hurt style stuff. And I'm like, please don't do that. Please don't do that. Do not invent your own martial art. Don't invent your own martial art. Now, if you're just saying your own personal style, you don't have to set out to do that. You just do that. You just train, and then you will have your own martial art. But you're not gonna, do you know how long it is before you actually can come up with something that's somewhat original, that's good? Do you know how long you have to do martial arts for that to happen? Like forever. Forever. You can start inventing things. That's the only gatekeeping I would ever do, is if you think you're going to invent a martial art, you know, or even invent an idea, you know. Don't set out to invent. Colin who says he's going to take his $20 back. No, that's why I'm still going on, because, you know, he paid for my thoughts, and I appreciate him. Like, the channel wouldn't exist, but I'm not going to like lie because you gave me $20. It's a bad idea. It indicates to me, based on my experience, it indicates to me a misunderstanding of the perspective that you need to become proficient in martial arts. That's what I think. And I think if you just like, Wing Chun Brother says, if you don't want McDojo Life to make a video about your martial arts system, don't make your own martial arts system. Yeah. So there are people that exist currently that could make their own martial arts system, right? There are human beings alive that could do it now. Anyone, y'all leave him alone. He didn't waste the $20. I'm explaining it to him. I explained it very thoroughly. Anyone that is capable of and should, and people would benefit from them making their own martial arts style, wouldn't. You know? It's like I wouldn't want to be a part of any club that would have me, sort of thing, but backwards. Don't invent your own martial arts style. Now, if you're just talking about coming up with your own personal style, just train and spar and you'll develop it. You know, train with people, get private lessons from people with different backgrounds. Yeah, so that's my take on that. I hope that answers your question. Appreciate your support. But don't do that. Everyone's saying that the guy with the face tats is gonna win. Ooh, guy with the Neapolitan, guy with the Christmas cut is got some slick head movement there. Now he's fighting with his hands down and getting punched in the face. As I said that, it's like you slip 2 punches and then you think that that's your thing now. Like, dude, you slipped 2 punches. You've been hit 25 times and you slipped 2. Like, you're not Muhammad Ali. He's got big calves on him though. That boy's he's got some thick calves on him and a big wide back. So he looks like he's a powerful dude. And it looks like he's getting a little fatigued. Why are there no MMA gyms, instead gyms that offer multiple styles? I don't know what you mean. Sensei says, so guys, if you want your own scolding on Mike, you can find him on Cameo. Yeah, Cameo hit me up. Seth, did they ever hit you up? Mr. Dark Humor says, thank you. It was just a personal concept, to be honest. Yeah, no, that's cool. You can, and that can all be internal. But I got the vibe that you thought that you were gonna break the game and revolutionize it. You know what I mean? But dude, it's so like if you try to do that, it won't happen. Promise. We have plenty of data. Is UFC right now? Oh, it's fight night. Yeah, damn. UFC's tonight. Iron Bridge says wireless mouse ain't all that in general. My sympathies. Wow. I hope that's not lag. No, but I had this wireless mouse, the one that came with it, and it would work great. But the button went out. The little clicky button went out. I was playing too much City of Heroes. DK kick Brad's groin bad. It's over. No, that's not true. Quinn B with the super chat says, what do you think of the Kudo Karate rule set? I think it's awesome. I want to do that. Because it's just MMA with a helmet, isn't it? And headbutts. I love all that stuff. Farkin Arkin says, dance off Icy Mike versus Magic Mike. Little known fact on YouTube, I'm actually a pretty good dancer. Kudo is very cool. I wish I knew more about it. I wish I could set aside some time. What sucks is I don't live in a metropolitan area, so there's not like lots of different martial arts. That's one thing I'm envious about Seth. He's a little more agile, nimble because he doesn't have kids. Because he hasn't started a family and created human life like I have. But he gets to go like train at these other martial arts. Like if he gets that idea, he can go do it. Kudo is one of them I always want to do. I've always wanted to do Kung Fu. I've always wanted to do Kudo. I've always wanted to do Kabuto or fencing. Yeah, I really want to do that. Quan Kicker says, I challenge you to a dance fight. You don't want this smoke, homie. You don't want this smoke. The helmet, though, ain't good if you got claustrophobia. Yeah, I don't much like wearing a helmet, but if we're going to headbutt each other, I think that's important. I don't want to get headbutted without a helmet. Woo! That's how you know I'm getting old. So this is actually when I say a good fight, I mean it's a competitive fight between two guys that I think are fairly matched. It's not really that good. Like, it's just mediocre. This would be like a main event at the bingo hall where, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing crazy happening. But it's interesting. I mean, it's good. It's a good fight. Not groundbreaking. Oh, good double left hook. They're doing a lot of, like, setting, exchanging, resetting, exchanging. I'm trying to watch their feet. The snow cone guy doesn't have a very wide array of attacks. It's just looping hooks and overhands, just head down, woom, woom, and then a good uppercut. But his uppercut's fundamentally sound. That guy's definitely a fighter. And he's got big wide back, big legs, so he's hitting hard, but the other guy's hitting him more. He's leaping into everything, leaping left hooks. He's moving his head left to right, but his footwork is not that good. That's usually, a good MMA strikers usually don't have great footwork, and that's what is their undoing when they go to just boxing. A lot of times a mediocre MMA striker can do okay in boxing, even though they're missing the footwork because of their composure and they're used to fighting, you know what I mean? And the stuff they do looks unfamiliar to boxers. But that only lasts for a little while, you know? And then once the footwork starts to happen, once the footwork game gets underway, it becomes very obvious when you've got a boxer versus an MMA fighter. And I'm 95% certain that that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at a boxer versus an MMA fighter, or a boxer versus some other type of fighter. I don't know. Do you think you've identified any specific adaptations the fighters have made? In this fight right here, yeah, the rainbow haircut guy is he's swinging back. He's like felt the other dude's power. Oh, now he's taking a lot of shots. I spoke too soon. I thought he'd figured out how much punishment he could take, and he was standing there and getting his stuff in, even though he was being outmaneuvered on the footwork. He is just like throwing them wide. He's exhausted. He's putting his hands down. He took a deep breath as he bounces off the ropes, and now he's just loading up big and swinging. I haven't been paying enough attention to try to score it. You can't commentate and score. That's impossible. Wow, just looping, just eyes down, overhand punches. So I don't know who won. One guy was hitting hard, one guy was hitting a lot. Jiri Prohaska versus Glover Teixeira. That's a good fight. Is that going to happen? Are they in the... What's the weight classes? I don't know. Icy Mike versus wife in an argument. Who wins? It's very hard to win arguments with Kristen. It's very hard to win arguments with Kristen because let me tell you about arguing with Kristen. She doesn't care, right? About like you can't. So in a fight, you have a rule set like we're boxing. So I'm going to punch you. You're going to punch me. The person that wins more punches will probably win. And if you knock me out, I lose. But imagine if you could knock the person out and they're like, but I don't lose. And you're like, but I knocked you out. And they're like, no, you didn't. And what if you land more punches and they're like, you didn't punch me? And what if you land more punches and they don't hurt? You know what I mean? Like, that's what it's like. So if you can't even agree on a rule set, like if you can't even agree on a premise, like a criteria, if you can't agree on that, like you can't win. Now, you can't win that fight. 50 pull-ups says the wife is listening. I say this to her face. She knows. We're about to get a decision. I'll just tell you in a second. I don't understand what they're saying. Someone in the Fight TV chat said the commentators sound like interns, LOL. Oh. Let's see if I can get into that chat. Oh, it's got... Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, no. How do I? Oh, I can't pick my... I'm trying to pick my... Oh, no. Sorry, guys. I got a little distracted there. I'm trying to chat on the Fight TV app. I was trying to tell them to vote for me for commentator next time, but it didn't have my... I don't know if I'm in there or not. I had it to call me Icy Mike from Hard to Hurt, but it's just got it just says Mike at RKM Training. That's not what I wanted. Blue Cheese says, if Icy Mike is reading, please let us know if you like blue cheese dressing. I do not. I definitely do not like blue cheese. Blue cheese. I think that's disgusting. Blue cheese is disgusting. By a lot. Like, blue cheese is like so gross. Who in the Blowfish says, Icy Mike, if you watch The Office, who's your favorite character or what is your favorite quote scene? So my favorite Office character is obviously Dwight, right? It has to be Dwight. And my favorite stuff that Dwight does, like I don't have a specific Dwight moment, but my favorite stuff is when Dwight is legitimately the most experienced and competent in an area. Like when he saved Jim, or when when the who was it? When Andy was in the musical and he was in the Demon Barber of Fleet Street, and they came in and Dwight like was pulling out a weapon like because he didn't know what was going on. Like I love the Dwight is OP moments. Just Angry over on the Fight TV chat. Icy Mike is the commentary carrying this. Yeah, Just Angry. I was trying to chat in that Fight TV chat and I couldn't get it to work right. And I think that they need to have me as a commentator for the next time they do this. Fly me out to Korea. I can count in Korean. I can say annyeong, and I can say 감사합니다. So I'll do the English broadcast. But the commentators are pretty terrible. Whoops. Now this guy's talking about some girl saying she's got a great figure. I had to click. Oof. Peter Yan versus Dominic Cruz Prime. Peter Yan for sure. Peter Yan beats Prime Dominic Cruz. Definitely. Peter Yan definitely beats Prime Dominic Cruz because Peter Yan don't give a fuck about that footwork. He does not care about that footwork. The footwork. So Sensei says, okay, odds fight doesn't happen at this point. And what he's referencing is Seth. Seth messaged me the other day and he says, yo, this fight's crazy, right? And I'm like, it's not happening. And he's like, you don't think it's going to happen? I was like, it's not going to happen. He's like, but what if it does? I'm like, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. I told him 100% for a fact it's not going to happen. That's why I wasn't going to do this. If I thought it was going to happen, I'd have put this thumbnail up a week ago and like built all kinds of hype around it. You know what I mean? But it's not going to happen. Ice King says, is it true that your boxing is UFC fighter level? I don't want to say that. Like are you saying that I can box as good as most UFC fighters could box? Is that what you're asking me? Because the answer is no. And I'll with a qualifier. Generally, the biggest difference between a good amateur and a good professional, like the biggest difference, I would say is like just their ability to output under pressure, under the lights. You know what I mean? Like they don't know punches and combinations and principles that I don't know. It's just they can do them. You know what I mean? In friendly sparring with UFC fighters or with Bellator to UFC level fighters, in friendly sparring, in MMA sparring, I lose very handily. In kickboxing sparring, I hold my own. And if we were to do boxing only sparring with UFC fighters who have never boxed, I would do better than, like basically, it makes sense. Like the more rules you add, the better I would do. There's a guy in the Fight TV chat called Not Icy Mike. Thank you, man. Tell my story. So no. I've never purported to be like on that level. What I'm saying is that like of all my skill sets, like obviously like I'm a poor grappler, from bottom. So my jiu-jitsu is poor. My wrestling slightly less poor. My kickboxing is okay. And I would say my boxing is probably like the best out of all the disciplines. I'm not saying I'm the best boxer. I'm saying my boxing is the best out of what I do. Icy Mike's wife's only weakness is a pepper ball to the dome. Yes, if you recall that classic when I beamed her in the dome with the pepper ball. I can watch that video right now. Listen, I could put that video on right now and laugh my ass off like I'd never seen it before. I never, ever, ever, ever get sick of it. We are moving on. So that was the third fight that just ended, and I think it's only supposed to be 4 fights on the undercard, which means that we should be coming up on the main event. They're advertising DK Yoo's online courses. 0 Inch Punch, GCP. I don't believe that it's happening. Like, I don't understand. Jeremax says board, and get the fuck out. Like, fucking leave then, man. Like, fucking leave. Only boring people get bored. You know that, right? Like, if you ever find yourself bored, recognize it's because you are boring. People who are not boring find it impossible to be bored. I can't recall the last time I was bored. I just don't even understand that. I can't even wrap my brain around the idea of being bored. You know why? Because I'm fucking interesting. Because I have interesting shit going on in my head that I can think about. I think just being bored is just, ugh. Like, man, do you need a hobby? I can make some suggestions. What are you into? What are you into, bored guy, whoever you were? You know what I mean? Like, just be more interesting. Be very interested in yourself. They're playing clips of DK Yoo's seminars showing him doing his little loosey-goosey, like, he's doing this little, wait, am I on? I don't even know if I'm in here. Yeah, so he's doing his little, look, I got White Claw all over me. He's doing his little. I mean, it's pretty fast. You load your front foot up like that. And don't telegraph, and you're pretty fast. So my mic looks like it's super in focus. How do I get my face in focus? I want my face in focus here. Come on, autofocus. Get to my face, but the microphone looks great. They're showing clips. They're comparing him to Bruce Lee. God almighty. Jean-Claude Van Damme versus Wonder Boy. Man, Seth, do you remember that? Never mind. You remember that story? We got to hear stories, man, that we could never repeat. You got to say it out loud. I just can't. Are you sure? I just can't. No, he just have. Kristen, are you ready? You gotta say it out loud. It's happening, guys. The graphic is up on the screen. They're making the announcements now. Guys, instead of looking for a stream link for this fight, you should be looking for a stream link for the Font versus Aldo fight. Okay, first of all, instead of looking for a stream link for a fight, how about look for a job, you filthy dirt ass? How about that? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, Stan Strength says, regardless of the outcome, DK Yoo actually showing up at least is something. Who won? UFC's fighter sporting a mullet. That makes me miss UFC 1. Here we go. We are underway. They're making the announcements. They've just showed the backstage packages. All right? And they're gonna do this. It looks like it's happening. This is real. It's happening. Hold on, Brad Scott's coming out. Oh, they've got like church choir music. Brad is walking out. He's got gloves on and a robe. He's got the robe down over his head. Joe is standing next to him. Joe's warming up. Joe's standing next to him warming up. Joe's warming up. Joe, why are you warming up? Joe's doing like a dramatic pose, and they got like church music playing. It's like a fight Bible type theme. And it sounds like kind of a like a parody version of a AC/DC. There you go. I think Joe's more nervous than Brad. Joe looks a little like, Joe's an experienced martial artist. I don't know what his I don't know what his competition record is or anything like that. I know he knows how to fight. I know he trains. Like he knows what he's doing. But why was DK Yoo? DK Yoo's entering to his own theme song because of course he has his own theme song. I've got one too. And goes, oh, you're making me hard to hurt. Oh, they did a huddle around him while he was on his knees. He's got his shirt off. He's already got his shirt off. He's in, he looks like a very in shape 50-year-old. You know what I mean? But he doesn't look like a fighter. Brad looks like a out of shape 50-year-old that is a fighter. Brad looks tough, dude. Brad's like not in the shape he was in the UFC, obviously, but it doesn't matter. You still see the muscle, right? You still see the muscle. They're taking the necklace off of DK Yoo. Like, don't wear a necklace to the ring. You're supposed to take all that stuff off before you get in the ing, I thought. Maybe that's just in a cage. Maybe it makes sense because you're in the cage. Joe's got a nice white satchel. Brad's got some UK shorts. Oh, he's still got his chest. He's still got his pecs. So he still has his pecs. He still has his deltoids. He still has his, oh, he just bowed. Brad just initiated the bow. Brad just gave him a bow from across the ring. Now they're touching gloves. Brad initiated a glove touch. Brad is staring at him like he's going to eat him, though. He's looking at him like this. All I can think I'm going to look at Brad right now is Doyle rules. Like Brad is going to like maul this guy. This is so crazy. They're in the fucking ring right now. No, Brad looks strong. It's just a gut. But dude, they might have looked at him with a t-shirt on and thought, oh, he's not in fight shape anymore. But you look across his chest and his traps and everything. That's still a fighter. Oh shit, he just almost took DK Yoo's arm off with a glove touch. Brad is 17 times the size of DK Yoo. They're talking. They just brought in translators. They just brought him in. Oh, and Joe just gave a little bow to the other guy's trainer, and the trainer bowed back. This is crazy. Holy cow, this is crazy. I can't believe what I am seeing. Brad is 74 times the size of this man. I think, so what I think he needs to toy with him. This is what I always hate. Like when we saw the Aikido guy get beat up in the jiu-jitsu gym, it went so fast. I think whenever you do this, that you need to pull back and make it very clear that you are in complete control the entire time. Like, because if you wreck the guy in like 20 seconds, it doesn't, they're going to make excuses. You need to make it clear that you are in complete control every time. DK Yoo looks so little. But DK Yoo's legs are bigger than yours, Brad. Brad, when you watch this later, let's do something about them. You can't do anything about your calves. I want to see what your thighs look like. Brad is, DK Yoo with the little backhand flicker. And Brad's telling him, hey, you can't do that shit. Yeah, right, Brad. Like, you're going to get the ref in Korea, the Korean ref in Korea with the Korean fighter to be like, hey, don't do that. Boy, DK Yoo's going to backhand all night, man. Drop that right on the pipe. DK Yoo's in a southpaw stance, circling the incorrect way. He's not minding the foot. He's not getting the foot to the outside, and he's circling into Brad's power hand. Brad is about to drop a right hand that is going to send this guy to the shadow realm any second now. Brad's flinching a lot. Brad wants to one punch KO him. Brad has not thrown a punch yet. He's just circling. Yeah, he wants one big right. He threw one right. DK Yoo tied him up. Brad's like, yo, you what, mate? Right? He's asking for a glove touch. Brad wants to one punch. He wants to get the walk-off one punch KO. Like he's not jabbing. He's not doing anything. There's a little jab from Brad. DK Yoo actually moves pretty quick. His footwork's good. I don't know what DK Yoo's composure is going to look like because Brad's not throwing punches. Brad's not throwing any punches. If you're just joining us now, do not ask for free, you filthy dirt asses. Like, you can't get the fight for free. It's $20. There's a link in the description. Oh my God, Brad's trying to kill him. Oh, and he turns away. Brad just unloaded a big right hand. DKU spun around and turned away. That's what he wants. Brad just wants one big right hand just to show that the guy can't take a punch. But he's slippery. He just shot it. DKU actually just shot a straight left that there was nothing really wrong with. He went a little off balance. But fundamentally, it was nothing wrong with the punch. Brad is loading up his right hand. His right hand is down here. He just moved the ref out of the way. Brad just pushed the ref out of the way like, oh, right hand, left body. Brad told the ref, get the fuck out of my way, mate. Throw a punch in it. Brad just turned the corner on him. Brad just hit a duck under and turned the corner on him. The ref split up. Brad's got his hands out by his waist. He's coming forward like the Undertaker. Brad just covering up, letting DKU like, oh yeah, that's cute. You what, mate? Brad just threw him onto the floor. And the ref's like, you can't do that. But he was holding on to Brad's gloves. Brad just did like this and he fell down. Brad just gave him a little pow. DKU's like, oh, I don't want to do this anymore. Brad with the big right. Brad with the big right and the left. DKU running for his life. Worry creeping onto the face of DKU as Brad stalks his prey. A right hand that's blocked still sends DKU into the ropes. DKU with elusive head movement, and he ties up. The ref doesn't come in to break it up. Brad with the overhook. Ref calls for the break. Oh, that's the end of the round one. So interestingly enough, the ref did not call for the break when DKU tied Brad up. Brad put on an overhook, and it looked like he was thinking about the left. Holy cow, DKU made it out of the first round. Holy cow. He just wants one punch. He just wants one punch. He's literally walking around like this with this hand cocked. Like he just wants one punch. Maybe they told Brad like, hey, if you want to make it out of this building. They love some DKU, man. They told him he's the next Bruce Lee. Dude, the head movement, bro. Look, Brad's in the corner like, what the fuck, mate? So I don't know what they're saying. If I'm Joe right now, I'm telling him like, dude, just box some more. Box some more. Just box, bro. Just box. Tag him up. Tap, tap, tap. You know what I mean? He will fold. The first time he felt a punch, he turned around backwards and ran for his life. Let's see some jabs, Brad. Let's see some jabs, big homie. I think you just want to be so sure of this. You don't like to take chances with a person that's kind of a wild card. There you go. Brad threw the right, stepped over into a switch stance and threw some right jabs, and then he just did a snap down. DKU shot for a double, and Brad gave him a snap down and said, oh, fuck off. Yeah. So Brad with a slick. Brad just slipped the left. Brad is trying to, so DKU's ducking his head. Brad is trying to force him to duck into an uppercut. Brad has now gone to the uppercuts because DKU is like down low, and DKU cannot stay off the floor because DKU bends over, and once Brad puts any weight on him at all, DKU can't stay off the ground, and now he's getting admonished. So Brad needs to be super careful here because Brad needs to be super careful here. So I'm apparently having a technical difficulty. Let's see. Am I back? I think I'm back. Holy cow. This is crazy. Brad's stalking him down again. Big right. Brad is not boxing. Brad is just pawing with the left and then swinging that right as hard as he can. Then when he gets on the inside, his inside boxing looks very good. He's going high, low, working the body. DKU keeps pushing forward, and as soon as Brad puts his forearm on DKU's back at all, DKU goes face first into the floor. Now they're both southpaw. Brad has switched to southpaw. Brad is pushing his right hand out. So they were just clinched up, and Brad was thinking about rocking that rib cage, but he didn't because I guess maybe he thought it was against the rules. He needs a little shoulder bump here. DK was holding on to him. So DK was holding on to Brad, and Brad is literally looking at the ref like, are you going to break this? And then the ref's like, okay, I guess I'm supposed to. Holy crap. DK now holding on to the glove. Brad is like, okay, if you're going to hold on to me, I'm going to hold and hit. DK took one hit now and just he just rubbed his face and looked in his hand. He turns his head away from a jab. He's just covering up and lowered his head. Brad is now dirty boxing. He's holding and hitting, and the ref is about to tell him you can't do that. You can't do that, Brad. Brad, this is the thing. You got to understand that they're going to claim shenanigans. DK was holding the back of his head. He wasn't hitting the back of the head. Brad was holding the back of his head and punching him in the front of his head, also called his face. DKU is gasping for air and swinging wildly. He's never been in a fight before in his life. He's just an athletic, fast dude. That's what this looks like. So Brad, let him go and box. Brad, let him go and box. Give DKU saved by the bell again. Holy cow. Guys, this is bonkers. Bonkers. Tristan Montgrain in the chat says Brad is destroying DKU. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's hit him like 4 times. DKU's exhausted. I don't know if DKU can get off the stool. He's so exhausted. He's elusive and he's defensive, but every time Brad puts any weight on him, he hits the floor. Mark R. Brad cannot box. Reminds me of Connor. Actually, no. Watch when they get in close range exchanges, when he goes to the body, shovel hooks, all that boxing looks really good. He wants too badly to unleash that right. Subtle tell. He wants to unleash that right. And DKU will not be there. Oh, man. Wow. DKU's in trouble. Brad's fine. This is like another day at the office. DKU has changed color. He's got like a green hue to him. He might throw up in the ring. You know, this is like what a guy on his first day of sparring looks like, because that's exactly what we're looking at. His first day of ever actually being pressured. Brad, let's box this guy. Brad switching to southpaw. Maybe it's because he feels more comfortable with his right. Brad trying to let him go. So he moves to clinch, and Brad is doing like this. Brad's literally doing like this to show that he's not grabbing him at all. And he's trying to get free so he can hit him. And Brad is showing him like, could have got you, could have got you, could have got you. Holy cow. Brad, play the game, buddy. We need you to play the game. You're not fighting, you're playing a game, right? We need you to play that game by the rules. He's got DKU cornered. He wants to unleash a right uppercut that DKU is going to duck into. Now here comes the left. And he's pulling his hands back like this and literally just leaning his chest on him, puts DKU into the mat. Brad, you need to throw some jabs and box this guy, right? You know how to box, right? So send that jab. You got your left hand doing nothing. Wow, look at that. 2 jabs and then the right hand almost gets in there. So now he's got to break the clinch. Get loose, Brad. There you go. Body, body, body with the Matrix punches. Them Undertaker punches in the corner. Body, body, body. Using his head to hold him in the corner. Rips the uppercut. There we go. Now we're inside boxing. Don't lean on him too hard. Let him go. Get your hands back in and rip the body again. Get your hands back in. The ref is letting DKU hold on, right? But it's not going his way anymore because Brad has made the adjustment, right? And Brad, get that jab going. Oh, DKU has nothing left, right? Literally all Brad has to do is just, like, DKU just hit Brad in the back of the head as hard as he could, and Brad didn't move. There we go. Strong left hook lands on the chin from Brad. Now he's still hunting him down. He slips a wild left. DKU is swinging wildly, and even when he lands, it's doing nothing to Brad. DKU is almost knocking himself over when he punches Brad. Here we go. Body, uppercut. Left body, left uppercut by Brad. Right body, right head. He's doing the Tyson combos. Right body, right head, right body, right hook. DKU wants out of there. He's making I don't want to do this face. He's covered up. Brad's going to pin him again with his head and rock. Body, 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 uppercut. Body, 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 uppercut. Here we go again. Brad pounding on him in the corner, but there's not a lot of snap to his punches. Brad's with inside position. Brad is doing a really smart job of not holding on to him for too long. He's manipulating his arms. He's controlling him. He's getting good position. He's pinning him. DKU is just holding onto his gloves for dear life. Ref is forced to make the break. The ref just let a clinch go on probably for like 45 seconds straight. And DKU was taking lots of punishment. DKU was bent over with his hands on his hips. He's got his mouth wide open, his chin up in the air. He swings wildly. Brad just turns the corner, decides not to hit him. Brad looks at the ref like, yo, this guy is not fighting back, right? He's not fighting back. I think when we ask Brad about this, I guarantee I know what's going on. He knows this guy's not defending himself. So the commentator said that anyone up to this point who's been saying that DKU is a charlatan or a fraud has to now eat their words. No, they don't. This guy has done nothing. That is the most ridiculous statement I've ever heard. Anyone that's thought DKU is a fraud has to eat their words now. Why? Okay, so here's what I think. If we ask Brad what's going through his mind right now when he's ripping the body and then throwing the little uppercut, I think Brad is actually not trying to kill the guy. Ooh, he hit DKU in the face and DKU just did like this. Like, come on, that's all you got? Even when DKU lands, it literally does nothing to Brad. I think Brad is like on the brakes a little bit. Brad is riding the brakes a little bit here. We're going into round 4. DKU is still on the office chair. His coach is trying to tell him, like, hey, maybe punch the guy some. Joe's over there talking to Brad. Brad looks like, you know when you're in a dream and you show up for school naked? Like, Brad has that look on his face. Like, I know Brad is probably thinking, what the fuck? You know? Oh, Brad with the slick footwork. Brad with the slick footwork and very cleverly pulling his hands back. He's realizing what DK's trying to do. Oh, DKU with a flurry. DKU with a succession of rapid hooks. DKU with the body lock. Brad with the, hey, what, mate? You know? DKU just threw a bing, bing, bing up top. That was actually kind of crazy that he even found the strength to fight back. So Brad is literally standing there like this while DKU hangs on him. He's standing there like this, just standing there while DKU hangs on him. Framed him off with the forearm, hooks to the body, one up top. Uppercut up the middle. The uppercut's there all day. The uppercut's there literally every time Brad throws it. After a body shot, it's there. He's going body, uppercut, body, uppercut, body, uppercut, and it's there every time. So the commentator said that if DKU can get back to his circling game and be the matador again, implying that he was doing that at some point during this fight. Let's see some boxing, Bradley. Come on, man. All right, so he's hugging you. You know that. Pull your hands back and box him. Stop jawing with the ref, Joe, Brad. Pull your hands back and box this guy. Use your head. Frame, box him now, unload. Bip, 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 bip. Quick punches. So DKU's holding on to Brad, so Brad decides to lean on him now instead of standing up straight. And then DKU voluntarily lets go, and he does that. Framed with the forearms. DKU's rolling under some punches. Brad framing him back into the corner with his forearms, pawing, posting with the left, fixing him in place, throwing rights to the body, right to the chest, right? Frame off. He frames off with his forearm and then hits basically like a full power body shot. Oh, full power uppercut to the body. Body, head, body. Head, body, head. We have 24 seconds left in this round, right? DKU is holding on. Brad is carrying on a conversation with the ref and not even breathing hard. They touch gloves after every break, even though there's a lot of seems like not a lot of good blood. So Brad moving, stalking, pinning DK Yoo into the corner. He just beat the brakes off DK Yoo in the corner. The bell rang and DK patted him and said, good job. This is insane, man. I wonder what's going on. I wonder if I'm going to make, so now listen, before anyone gets any ideas, like Brad and Joe are friends of mine. And I respect them very much, but I just am curious what's going on. Like, is he jet lagged? Because he doesn't look tired. All right. But he looks like literally confused. Like he looks like DK Yoo landed 3 punches in a row. Bing, bing, bing. And of course, they're going to play that over and over and over again. He was getting beat up in the corner, and he just straight up went bip, bip, bip. And of course, they're playing that over and over and over again. I'm listening to commentary. Okay. I was trying to listen to the commentary because I thought they were about to say something crazy. I do think it's funny that the commentary team here is like at all. They're saying that Brad's dominating the fight, but they're like acting like DK Yoo has done some stuff too. Bradley Bear, box this guy. Please show me some jabs. Show me some jabs. Show me some jabs. Show me some head movement. Show me some footwork. There you go. Brad pushing Brad has switched back to southpaw. He's pushing some jabs. DK Yoo with a right hand. DK Yoo's landed a couple right hands. Brad's complaining about the backhands. I wouldn't do that. You know what I mean? Like, I wouldn't. They don't hurt. Brad is hitting him. Brad's hitting him really hard. DK Yoo just did a duck under. DK Yoo just turned a corner on him. Brad's hitting this dude. Here's the thing. This is kind of the thing with the Jake Paul thing too, because these fighters. Oh no! No! Oh my God! Brad just almost murdered the guy. Brad finally found a way out of the clinch before the ref could break it. DK Yoo's guard is pretty airtight up top. I don't understand how he's eating so many body shots. Brad is hitting him really hard. Richie Birchfield says, would be nice to hear even commentary. You obviously favor Brad. Okay, I do favor Brad, but there's no commentary there's no way to do it evenly. DK was doing nothing but grabbing him and holding him, and Brad is punching him over and over again. Like, it's still even. It's even if you say, oh my God, Brad is beating the brakes off this guy, he's doing nothing, and he's exhausted and wants to quit. That's still even. It doesn't change because I'm friends with Brad. You mook. You nincompoop. Ugh, what is that? Who's spamming? My mouse doesn't work. Bye. Bye. Come on, guys. Brad gonna pull up in a brand new Maserati after this one. Oh, come on. What is this? Why are there... I hate that I have to stop what I'm doing to stop that. We're in round 5 of 6. We're at the end of 5 and 6. Brad has had the right body hook, right uppercut there all day long. And they're not stopping time for some mouthpiece administrative stuff. All that. Wow, this is crazy, man. Kadan Explorer says, let's be honest, Brad is going easy on DK. So I keep going back and forth, and it looks like at moments he is, and it looks like at moments like he's loading up to throw the biggest bomb that he possibly can. I wonder if we'll get another. I wonder if they could even manage to do one of those ridiculous split decisions on this, where like one judge gives it to, and look, they're showing. Oh, so Brad is complaining about a backhand, and DKU did throw a backhand, but he hit with the legal portion of his gloves. Brad, you can go to Kung Fu class, man. You need to go to Kung Fu class, learn that backhand. Clouds 858 says DKU is beating Bradley. Yep. But what I'm saying earlier about these Jake Paul thing, this is a good example of this. Dudes with two hands and a heart are harder to beat up than you think. Like, even if you're a highly trained fighter. All right, we're in round 6 of 6. 3 minutes are left. Brad stalking him. Now we got some jabs from Brad. Brad is pawing the jab out, and now he's throwing combos. DKU is swinging back. We got a brawl. Brad takes the back. Doesn't Matt return to him? He's complaining about getting hit in the back of the head, but all he's feeling is just Brad touching the back of his head as he dives. When you dive towards a guy, head first. Oh, Bradley telling him, come on. DKU landed a punch, and Brad said, come on, do it. Now Brad with the overhook and head position, burying body shots into him. He's going body, 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 body. He's letting DKU carry his weight, complaining to the ref. DKU has landed some punches in this round, though. It's kind of crazy. This is bizarre. Oh, Brad gave him a little wiggle with his right and then stiff jab with the left. Brad with some head movement. He runs into... Brad went to duck his head and he ran into DKU's uppercut, and then someone made some noise and Brad was like, it didn't hurt. Now he's talking to the crowd. He's holding him in the corner, talking to the crowd, and then he just threw DKU on the floor just by turning. That's hilarious. When your opponent can carry on a full-on conversation with people while fighting you, they're taking a point from Brad. They're taking a point from him for throwing him down. And DKU keeps doing this. I don't think he knows what that means. Wow. Brad with a big right hand. Boom. Right. Buried to the body. Right to the chin. DKU lands a left to the chin. Brad laughs at him and is talking shit to him in the clinch. The ref let that clinch go on for like 30 seconds, man. Brad slips, turns the corner. He's got his back. Sounds like I'm commentating an MMA fight. You're probably like, is this a boxing match? Yeah, it's a boxing match. DKU with a left. And then he hugs. We have 15 seconds left in this fight. Wowzers. Brad swinging for the fences. Brad digging for head position. Complaining about being hugged and held on to. Wow. And the fight is over. And DKU and Brad hug. Right? Brad's probably thinking like, damn, dude. Wow. DKU, Michael Hong says DKU proves that he is a real fighter. No, he did not. This doesn't mean that. You think, I guarantee you Brad's thinking like, damn, I did not expect all that. Wowzers. That's crazy. So we haven't got the decision yet. The fight is over. We've got 6 rounds done. We know that Brad lost a point in the last round. DK Yoo landed probably 7 punches the entire fight. Could not stay off of his knees. Trevor Samuel says, Icy Mike, say DK Yoo is the GOAT. DK proved that Kung Fu is superior to MMA by losing a boxing match, you doofus. DK did I'll give him credit where due. He did not. Oh my God. That's what's so funny about this. He did not do aight. He didn't. You don't know what you're looking at. If you saw that and think he did aight, you don't know what you're looking at. Crimson Kumio says, I am bleeding, making me the victor. Brad is a scary dude. Brad looks like a bad guy from a movie. He needs to do film. Holy cow. We're getting the decision now. We got a tie. One of the judges is a tie. So one judge gave it a DK, one. Holy cow. Brad won. 2 judges ruled it for Bradley Scott. 1 judge ruled it a tie. Bradley Scott's the winner. Brad, face camera. Brad says, I've been hugged less by my girlfriend. Brad says he done himself proud. So Brad said, congratulations to me. Here we go. Let's go, Brad. Brad just asked DK Yoo if he want to go get some Korean barbecue. DK Yoo was like, hell yeah, I want to go get some Korean barbecue. Icy Mike versus DK Yoo next. Actually, I think that'd be a good fight, man. He's a good bit bigger than me, but I think I could beat him. I think I could take him. He says he's got discs. He's got injured discs in his neck, so he can only control 10% of his left arm. Wow. Wow. Icy Mike versus DK Yoo next. I have a herniated disc. I have my C6, C7. I have bad nerve damage in my left hand. That's why I don't have a great jab. Or why I used to not have a great jab. Now my jab is awesome. Icy Mike versus Brad Scott. No, that would be worse. I would actually do worse than DK Yoo against Brad Scott. Brad Scott would beat me even worse, because when you kind of do things kind of right, it becomes easier. It becomes easier for him to predict what I'm doing. I would do the right thing, and then he'd be able to like beat me up even easier. Biased commentary, WTF. Are you talking about on this channel? Are you talking about on this channel? Yes, it's biased. This is my channel. Doofus. That's crazy. But I would beat DK Yoo's ass for real, man. I would beat DK. I would stop DK Yoo. Brad. I would have stopped him. Brad's thinking, like, you weren't in there, man. No, it's easy to say that. It's all of us sitting at home saying, oh, I would have done this and I would have done that. It's like, dude, he was hitting the guy. He was hitting the guy so damn hard. But I wonder maybe if I could tell him, like, I've never had a professional fight. And I'm smaller than him, and I also have limited use of my left arm. Seon Kim says, Icy can't even stream without freezing. How's he going to fight a person? You can't stream and have anyone watch, so how are you going to talk about what I'm doing? Tristan Montgrain says, I think you could beat DK Yoo, Mike. I think I could too. Icy Mike, Sensei Seth, Ramsey Dewey, and Rokas should challenge DK Yoo. All at once, I think we could take him. The only positive thing I'll say about DK is he didn't run away. He absolutely did run away. He ran away many times. He ran away through the entire fight. One could argue that clinching is a form of running away. DK Yoo versus Sensei Ando? Oh, I definitely would cheer for DK Yoo in that fight. Definitely DK Yoo wins that fight. Hard to hurt. You are on awesome commentator. Please shout out to my amazing husband, DTP. What's up, DTP? I wonder what DTP Trumple Steelskin wants me to shout out her amazing husband, or his amazing husband. I don't know. Trumple Steelskin's amazing husband. DTP. I don't know what it stands for. Down to pound. Maybe that's what that stands for. Shout out DTP, Trumple Steelskin. The first time he got hit, he turned his back and sprinted. LOL. Yeah. Quan Kicker ran away every time he clinched. Yeah, I would say that, like, clinching is a form of running. Like, you could argue that serves the same purpose. Icy Mike, you think you can fight? Come challenge me, brother. Here's the problem is no one knows who the fuck you are, and no one cares, and no one wants to see you fight anybody. Come on my stream, please. I love that. Yeah, everyone give F's in the chat for DTP. Just put DTPs in the chat. DTP. Shout out DTP. I don't know who you are or what we're shouting you out for, but DTP, what's really good, man? JC Frizz says, my man DTP, what's good? Let's go, DTP. Let's go, DTP. Oh, I don't know why we're so excited about DTP, but DTP is the freaking man. Metrolina Martial Arts says, I'd fight DK and I ain't even got hands. You got one of them. DTP, 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 DTP. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on these shenanigans. Everyone go comment on these things. Say, one of two things needs to happen. Go comment on Fight TV and be like, yo, either you need to get my man Icy Mike in there on commentary, or you need to get Icy Mike in there to fight DK Yoo. He's never had a professional fight, and he's 5'5", and he's 40 years old. So I think that about wraps up what we're doing here today. I think that's enough of this. I'm going to go drink some more White Claws and watch some Netflix. Thank you for joining me on this live stream. All these DTPs in the chat. It's so cool because here's the thing. DTP, you're the man, right? I don't know who you are. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I guarantee couple things. One, I can guarantee that you're the best there is at something. It might be something very specific, but there is something you are the best at. And I'll say this. I'll say, like, your old lady gets on the chat and she has one shot, right? She has one shot to say something the chat was flying. She had one shot to say something. And she said, shout out my husband, DTP. Right? That's what she took her one shot. So you're the best at something. Your old lady loves you and puts you first, right? In ways that seem small, but like, here's the thing. And then you got all these people chanting DP in the chat. They don't know you. They don't know anything about you. They're never going to see you again. But in this moment, every single person watching the stream, like, wishes you well. And, like, you're killing it, dude. Whatever it is you're doing, you're killing it. Keep doing what you're doing. And I'll see everybody else, tomorrow. DTP versus the Volk. DTP for champ. DTP for president. DTP, thank you for joining me. Everyone else, y'all are okay too. But go spam Fight TV. Tell them they need to put me on as commentary. They need to have me fight DK Yoo. And in one round, $50. Let it go. Length, no KO, 100K. Oh, man. I'd probably take that 100K, baby. Y'all are crazy. All right. Y'all have a good night. Love you all. In case you're wondering, the results to the fight, the DK Yoo versus Brad Scott, DTP won.